Hello. Hello, phone. How are you? Okay. Alrighty. Um, I good Saturday. And I think, yeah, this world didn't save. Board, yeah, it didn't save because I didn't save it when I last came off. I just ended it. I forgot to save and quit, so it wouldn't have saved regardless. How are you guys doing? Where's my phone? There it is. Oh, I'm tired. I am tired. I can't lie. Alex, oh, Alex. It's okay, we can go back. I just no, it's not even. I'm not too fussed about it. It's the last thing I'm thinking of. It's just near the end of the week. We'll have. I think it'll be FIFA this week, but no. Okay, I'm gonna like that video. Let me. I'll watch the video later. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I was doing. I might do Mirage. I might just do a normal World Mirage, no Survivor World. I'm not gonna be on for long. It's just gonna be an hour or so. I might just, you guys might just, I don't know. I'll see. I don't know if I'm gonna have people even coming in. It might just be a chill hour chat. You know, sit here, have a chat, have a conversation. Well, I'll play a game, but as I'm playing, we can have a conversation about stuff. Cause, um, you know, uh, yeah. Okay, how are you? Short term, yeah. It's 10:05 over here, and oh no, party just tonight now. No, I've been out the whole day. I was out at left here about because I was at a football game. I'm good. That's good to hear, glitch. Yeah, I was at a football game. I was out left here at about 11:45 and got back at around I want to say half 6, but it might have been about half 6 or later than that. I got back maybe. I'm not too sure 100%, but yeah, I've been kind of out the whole day. I was in Dublin. I was watching the pre-season friendly Leeds and AC Milan because if you don't know, I follow AC Milan. Sorry, I don't. Sorry, I follow Leeds United, not AC Milan. So, um, another survival game. Yeah, a survival world. Yeah, I'll just call it uh bean beans normal. Put on hard. Screw it. Um, just start off with a map. Start with coordinates and no bonus chest. It's just gonna be a really chill one. I'm not gonna be like it's just gonna be really chill. I have no, I don't plan on taking this into fucking completing the game or anything. Like this is literally just here just to kind of feel Saturday and Sunday. I'll probably just mess around on this or do whatever. And yeah, okay, that wasn't really my idea. Okay then, I'll do the cross feet. No, I don't even phone. Don't even bother. Like, dude, I'm not. Like, I literally do not want. I'm not in that kind of just. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do my own thing because I'm kind of, kind of, not sick, but just want to do a world where I can do stuff. Also, what the hell? How the hell did I even get a house here? The village can spawn up here? The fuck? You can have villages here? Didn't think a village could spawn as high. Well, oh god, there's a child. Insane biome? Yeah, I mean, bloody hell. It's just. Oh, the cover of it. Oh my god, wow. Oh, wow. Jesus Christ. That is a very nice view. Maybe I'll start living in the mountains, you know? But you still slide. You still slide in the ice. Even if it's covered, you still kind of slide. The view's insane. Yeah, it's a nice view. I should have a mountain, man. Why not, man? Why not become a mountain? A mountain man, not an actual mountain, but you get the point. Holy shit! The fuck? This is a good. Oh no, no! I refuse to drown. No, no. So, oh god, oh no, no. I refuse to die in the Himalayas. So that's fine. Obviously, this block is. I see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Wow. Did I just say I refuse to drown in the snow? Did I say that? I probably did as well. For fuck's sake. Forgive me, I'm tired. I don't know what I'm saying. This is a fucking nice place. I'm very happy. I'm not making my... I don't want to make my place out of this material though. Oh my god, where you go flying? Oh my god. The fuck? Oh Jesus, oh no, I have created a flood. Oh good heavens. I'm gonna need wood. Alex almost went off a cliff. No, I did not do such thing. Well, this is the only tree that's around. And I'm not gonna, I ain't gonna discriminate against trees. I got iron 15 seconds. That's because he's in a village. Or maybe because you're looking for iron, I don't know. This seed inside, it's a good seed, I have to say, so far. It's too pink. The seed? Also, I'm not even gonna make a further comment on that, because a thought has just come into my head, which I'm not even gonna describe or explain. I will leave it at that. The tree? Oh. Yeah, it's the fucking, I think it's a Japanese themed tree. I think, I forget the name of it. Cherry, stop, yeah, cherry wood. It's very pink, it's very, you know. Thank you, that's the name of it. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like the fact that I have to fucking live up here with cherry blossom, I don't like that. Well, I don't like this. That didn't work. Thank you. Perfect. New start. You don't need a map anymore in life. A map is just holding you back, and you don't need a village. I feel like a village is sort of... Not that a village is cheating, but I like having to not use a village. Is there a way to turn off villages? There probably is a way to turn off villages in the world. Which I'd be kind of tempted to do. Just, I don't know. No? Hello, Maya. How are you doing? Hi, hello, hi. I want just a pickaxe. Moth, get out of my way. I'd get out of my way, Moth, if I were you. Good, that's good to hear. I'm taking you with me. I'm terribly sorry for the massacre I'm about to commit on the sheep. I'm terribly sorry. I'm terribly sorry for what I've done. Thank you. Is there a third? Ooh, that's probably where you get iron. Oh yeah, you can sometimes find iron there if you're lucky. Well, I need to get stone anyways, so I'll head down there. Ooh, spiky, pointy ice thing. The Great Sheep Genocide. That's one way of describing it. I made a bed. Hi. Oh, thank you. I, I was very happy just to go and get some stuff. I don't want to be handed stuff. I want to get my own stuff. I appreciate it, but it just doesn't feel like I'm playing. It doesn't feel like I'm playing Minecraft then, does it? Everything gets handed to you. I mean, we had the other world that was designed for that. That was kind of the idea behind the other world. This is not that. Uh, I need 6, I think. Yeah, 6. I need sticks. No. I'm gonna take this from my house. My potential house that I will build somewhere. Maybe on top of there? Who knows? Huh. Is that another village? That's 3 fucking villages now. That's 3. In the space of like 15 minutes to 20 minutes. That's the third one. What the fuck? What is this seed, man? Mother of Christ. Yeah, sure thing, yeah. Oh god, oh, they're spawning quick. You've fucking is. It's actually a really nice world. Genuinely. It's actually really nice. Holy god. Lovely so it is. I might take a screenshot of it for myself. Just so I can fucking play it at my off time. you know? Open chat. Why is that set to open chat? Maybe the game is telling you to beat this world. Um, I wouldn't be like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm really gonna do with this game. Um, kind of don't know where next we go with it. Um, I haven't, I haven't got a clue. Creative was like a good idea, but fuck me, it was boring as hell. Like I just can't. I can't. I explained this why. I cannot build something for 5 hours in creative. I just can't. I can do it in survival because I feel more accomplished. Creative, it just feels like here, have everything, do what you want. I like the idea of having to work towards something. We had the whole thing going for a year. I don't know if I can do that. Don't give my. Is that because they can go into the world and see where everything else is? Gotcha. Yes? Is that why you asked for the seed of... Is that why you asked for the seed of the other world that we had? Of the Alexandria world? Is that why you asked for a seed of that? Because I remember you asked for a seed of that, and I was like, why do you need a seed of that? Makes no sense. That would explain why now. Yes. But but there's the thing, right? Creative is just I can't hack I can't hack it at creative. I can't, because it just bores the living death out of me. We had the whole survival. I do like survival. I do like the ideas of it. I just kind of wish we could do it and everyone could kind of do their own thing independently, and there wasn't 55 people offering to do the same thing or all like clustered around the same thing. It seems to be that people just kind of, it's like nobody wants to go off and just do their own thing 1,000 miles away, which I wouldn't necessarily mind a world like that, but just people don't really want to do that because for the last year all they know is the last survivor world we've had, so it doesn't really. Phone, I cannot. Phone, I can't let that happen because it just gets way. Trust me, I guarantee you all this. I do that, it will go down south very fucking quick. I guarantee it. Trust me, it won't end well. It will not end well. It won't work out. It won't. Um, it just won't work. Just will not work. People will absolutely just bully and be toxic to each other to the fucking core. So that just isn't gonna work. Trust me, I've seen how annoying people can be in this fucking community. Not you so much, not any of yous, but I've seen like outsiders how just annoying and irritating and how fucking much of a pain in the ass people can be. And that I am just not willing to put up with that, you know. He did this to my base, he did that to mine. I was like, oh, I'm not arse dealing with that because I'm the person that has to deal with it. And even if you try and explain, even if you were to explain to someone, this might happen to your this might happen, they're still gonna complain. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Also, wouldn't you say I'm at an incredibly, extremely good advantage if we did that? What's to say, if we did something like that, what's to say I couldn't rig everyone's houses with TNT when the next time they hop on, they go into their house and their house gets blown to smithereens? I mean, I could just do that every time, because it's not a realm, so as soon as I leave, everyone gets kicked out, and I can just go back in and play it for myself for fun, and blow up everything. So, like, that doesn't really work, because I have an extreme advantage over everyone. So, like, people complaining, that's gonna happen. It doesn't seem very fair because if it was everyone for themselves, I would just have an advantage over everyone. So it just seems that doesn't seem fair to me. You know, why would you know? What's to say we did a world like that hypothetically, and I just went in and blew up your house phone off stream? There'd be nothing you could do because that's the idea of it. It's like, oh, I could rig your house with TNT, then you come on, and then your house gets blown up. It's like there's nothing, if it's every man for themselves, then I can do that. Now, yes, you could argue, well, don't do that because it's off stream, so it doesn't count. But then, as Alex said there, people will ask for the seed of the world so they can find where all the diamonds are, write down the coordinates or save them, and then find them in the actual streaming world itself. So it's just, it seems extremely unfair. It just seems just seems like it wouldn't go well, you know? So I don't know, you know? Like, oh, yeah, that's fine. No, that's fine. No, I'm just making an example. Let's hypothetically say we went ahead with your idea and we made like a kind of every man for themselves survival world. You would get people that would just be like, "Oh, can I get the seed?" And then they'd get the seed or they'd find out what it is, and then they'd go in and find all the diamonds or whatever, use spectator mode, and then they'd get fucking netherite armor or whatever it is in minutes or hours. Like, there's no way to control that. And then, as I said earlier, I would have an extremely good advantage because I could just go in and blow up everyone's houses off stream. Just doesn't seem. It doesn't work. Like, I could probably. I mean, I don't even think it could work on a realm because I don't even think it would work on a realm because I think you'd still get people that are asking for a seed. So I think it's just sort of. I don't, I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to do creative because I just find creative boring, and if I want to build something, I'll build it in survival. I'll build more accomplished. Um, and every man like every man for themselves type of world. In hindsight, like on paper, looks and sounds good, but when you actually think about it, people are going to exploit the world with the seed. People are going to complain about shit. I would have an unfair I'd have an advantage. It'd just be like it wouldn't be fair, and it would just be more annoying for me to deal with because people are just going to complain. You know what I mean? People, I kid you not. People used to complain to me about, oh, that person went into my house. So how the fuck do you think they'd feel if that person came to me and said that person blew up my house? Like, just understand that people get angry when they go into each other's houses, let alone blow each other up. It just isn't. Again, it's a nice idea on paper. Just when you actually look at it, it's like, nah, it's just not very feasible. Um, I wouldn't like. Coco made a good suggestion about the whole tribe thing. I wouldn't I wouldn't mind that. I do like the idea of the whole kind of tribe thing. It seems somewhat sort of like there's no actual like human player based leader. It's a random object. So for example, this piece of wood with I don't know, with a piece of wool on top of it it's just a random object. Or that actually no, she made one good suggestion. I thought it was really good. She made like a tribe, like it's like a biome kind of thing. So you have some people that would be in a desert, some people that would be in a forest, some people that would have jungle, some people would have snow, some people would have like grass, plain biomes, and then you would then basically kind of you'd have, but that's even that's a really good idea. The problem is you need so many players for it to work. Like you can't. It wouldn't work with two players, right? Because how does that work? You need like at least 3 or 4 different tribes, and then what? So that's four. Then you need like maybe two. You need like at least 3 or 4 players per tribe. That's like what 4 to. That's 16 players. Let's say four for per like you've got 4 tribes, 4 biomes. Let's say in this scenario, that's you know what I mean. That's gonna be 16 players you're gonna need. Like are 16 players gonna be? It just again good idea. Just I kind of worry logistically. Is that gonna work? Oh god! Oh no! Yeah, the game is gonna. This is gonna be Civil War. No, I don't think that will be Civil War. It's more or less certain tribes are gonna attack each other. Like for example, people who live in the desert biome might attack people who live in a jungle biome. But I don't mind that because that will be that's sort of I don't mind that too much because it's kind of it is a somewhat it is somewhat kind of like you can attack the other biome, but it also has a sense of it's not every man for themselves. There is some sense of like kind of working together, which I think makes it somewhat better rather than just every man for themselves. It's like for example, you and me could be on one biome, Glitch could be on another. It's better that you, me, and are up against Glitch rather than Glitch is up rather than everyone for themselves. I think it's just kind of better. I think, anyways. So that's why I'm like, but I I have a problem with um just how many players you're gonna get coming on, how many players are gonna join certain. So it's just I don't know. I haven't thought that out too much. It is a good idea. So yeah, don't mind that. But like apart from that, like I'm not buying mini games and shit. I'm not giving this game money for fucking stuff. Um, like what else is there to do on a serious note? What other type of world can you do? Every man for themselves, it's just going to be a nightmare, and I don't think people realize how much of a nightmare that's going to be because again, they're not the ones that are having to listen to people giving out about he did this, she did that, he did this, she did this. You're not the one having to listen to it every fucking day. So that's like again, it's probably easier that point of view. Again, I said earlier, people used to complain about going into other people's houses. How the fuck do you think they're going to react when, like, they blew up my house? They're not going to react any better. You know what I mean? It's not going to be any more mild. So, that the hell? Wait, what? Wait. Oh, I got like an extra. Minecraft is useless without paying unless Robux. I gotta cook this chicken. Yeah, so like, I just don't think a kind of a world where everyone's out for them against each other works. What else? I was gonna recommend as well. Uh, don't think that works. There was one that there was one she recommended Coco. It was like a kingdom kind of thing where people have different kingdoms and they can make alliances and stuff, which I think is just I think that's very similar. But the difference between the kingdoms is the kingdoms aren't thanks to the gold. The kingdoms aren't like controlled by biomes, so I don't know how you enforce it because I mean what's to I don't know how you would enforce it to be honest. I think if I'm being honest, I think biome stuff is probably the way to go to be honest because a biome is a very clear way of saying, all right, this is ours, that's yours, like a group. Yeah, but again, how many people are you gonna get, and how many people will want to join the one group? You know what I mean? It just there's just a lot of problems with it, you know. And also, right? Let's say hypothetically, you don't attack that group. Let's say, let's imagine, right? Mirage, Phone, Glitch, and me. There's four of us, right? Let's say Phone and Mirage go in one group. Me and Glitch go in another kingdom. Let's hypothetically imagine that for a minute. So we're in a kingdom, you're in a kingdom. If we never attack each other, then what's the point? So it kind of goes back to you may as well do the tribe thing because the tribe thing is that idea of this is our tribe, that's yours. You will get on, but you may not get on. It needs more people for it to really work. It won't work with 5 or 6. You need at least 8, 10 for it to work. Um, any less like 4 people doesn't really work. 5 doesn't. 6. It needs to be more than like. It needs to be about 8 or 10. 8 or 10 people for it to properly kind of work to feel like something. But are you gonna get 10 people coming in here every now and then? Rarely, yeah. Sometimes I think the most we've had here in once is maybe 7 or maybe 6 or 7. Actually, no, we've had about maybe 8 or 9. But like that's a one-off. Can you get that every single time? Unlikely. So um, I don't know. Maybe we'll go with that idea. It does seem like the best one, the biome one. Um, but it has to be a biome with different. Like it can't be players as leaders, right? Cause there needs to be more than 2 leaders as well. There needs to be more than 2 tribes. If there's 2 tribes, then it really just becomes like which side are you picking, this side or this side? There needs to be a couple of them because then that's what makes it interesting. Because if you have like 3 or 4, it's like will you have an alliance with this tribe? Will you have an alliance with that? How do you go about it? If there's just 2, it's like, oh yeah, there's 2 of us, so I guess we have to go after each other. And then it's a matter of when does that happen. While if there's more, it feels it just doesn't work. There needs to be more people for it. That's my point. There just needs to be more. If I can see that lots of people are interested, then great, it works. If I can see there's like 6 or 7 people that would be interested, brilliant. We've got something. You could maybe then, 6 or 7 people, you can then maybe do different tribes, but it's like, you know, could people move and change? Like they decide to change, they want to be in this one, nope, they want to go to that one. Yeah, probably. Again, I haven't really like ironed out all the details. Also, what's to stop someone if this is one tribe, that's another. What stops me just from going over on the first day and attacking everyone? Is there like a set day? Do we attack each other after like this long after like 5 months? Do we all attack each other? Is there like a real life time? Or can I just do it straight away? Oh, there's two people. There's me. I'm gonna go over and kill them. That's it. Done. What happens if we kill them? If we kill them, does it end? If all the players die on one team, does that mean that it's over? Like, how does it end? What's the end goal? What's the fucking finish line for it? It just seems like it's an idea that just doesn't have any kind of, at least with the last kind of world we had, there was an idea of, I want to do this, I want to do that. There was some kind of, I guess, goal. I don't know what the goal for this would be. So, the end is where they all leave. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? What do you mean by the end is where they all leave? So it's whoever kills the Ender Dragon, then, yeah. And then what happens after? They fight or something? Like what? The end is where they. The last one, you mean? Yeah. So for this one though, for this new one, for hypothetically this new one, how would it work? If there's one group here, let's say there's one tribe here, and there's one tribe there. When does it end? How do you finish it? Do you have to kill all the players? Do you have to destroy their entire tribe? Do you have to get a certain item before the other team? What's the end goal? There's no sort of like, do you have to build this? What's the thing that's going to be like, all right, this is this win? Because otherwise it could go on forever. Otherwise it literally could go on forever and there's no end game. It's like, oh, we've raided this tribe 300 times. They've raided us fucking 200 times. Has it ended? No. What's the end? Where's the goal? Where's the finish? What's the objective? Okay, the objective is to kill the other tribe. Okay, can you do that straight away? Because if I can just get literally, what I could do, right, is me and Mirage could just go into a game, get stone swords, get some like whatever gear, and go and kill the other tribe, and that's it, game done after one day. It's not very hard. You could end it very, very quickly. So do we have to, like, what's the, that's the thing, it just seems like it could be finished way too quick. Unless you put like a certain time length on it and say, this will happen, but it will only happen after a year, let's say. Which in that case, fine. If you turn around and say, okay, after a year, then it's over. Which, ow. Which could work. Ow. Yes, the entire team until they leave. Until they leave? But like, what do you mean until they leave though? What do you mean until they leave? Like, as in they just decide they're done with the game? I mean, that doesn't. I don't know how that doesn't work either because I don't know. It doesn't. You know what you're better off doing? I think what you're better off doing, right, is you're better off doing, right, what I'm thinking here, right, is, look, I think the tribe idea is not a bad one, right? If you've got one side here, let's say, and one side there. I don't think that's a zombie or something over there. The fuck? The hell? What the fuck is bro trying to do? It's an Israeli skeleton. Kill it. Ah, it's safe. Nah, it's an Israeli skeleton, mate. It's all a little child and tried to kill it. Probably can't say that, can I? I mean, I don't know. Am I fucking wrong? I don't know. Just, go and check the fucking UN, United Nations. Uh, fucking, what's it called? The ICJ. Just look at that. That might back my point, maybe. But besides that, I think if you've got one side here, that's team one. Let's say that side there, that's team two, right? I think then you could say to them, okay, right, team one is this side, team two is this side. We have a year, like an actual full blown on, like in real life year, or like 6 months, maybe 6 months. Actually, I don't know because I only stream Minecraft like literally probably once a month, so probably a year because that's like what 12. I'd probably do it maybe once a month. That's seven. 7 times 12 is, don't even ask me what 7 times. I don't know what 7 times 12. Yeah. I don't mind that phone. I think that's a good idea because there's a timeline. There's like, okay, you've got this many months to prepare. Go. That's perfect. That's fine because there's a calm before the storm. While you need to make that very clear to people that, okay, this is the idea, but there is a timeline in place. Because if that's the case, somebody could just join and go, I'm going to kill you right now. So Doomsday. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could implement the whole. Could you do a biome Doomsday? I don't know if you could do a biome Doomsday. I feel like you could do a Doomsday sort of thing. That would be perfect. I don't mind that. I think that would work fine. Um, you know, you know. Um, I think that would work fine, in my opinion. I mean, I think that's a good idea. I don't see a problem in that. Do you? Do you guys see a problem? Excuse me. Do you guys think there's a problem with that one? I mean, you've got two sides. They will eventually meet somewhere, or there will come a day where they will fight each other, and then that's when that's what happens. But I mean, I don't think that could be a bad. I don't think that'd be a bad idea. And it sort of ties in with the whole kind of tribalism sort of thing because if you think about it, you're on a team, so you have a certain, like, this is not a tribe, but you've got like a certain sort of, this is one team, this is one team. That's sort of it. But you gotta know some people. You gotta, but you gotta what? No, I don't. Trust me, that would be very fucking easy. Phone, trust me, that would be very easy. It would be, nah, phone. If those people don't want to listen to the rules of a basic thing that we're trying to do, you know what they can do? Fuck off somewhere else. I know. Unbelievable. But we'll explain it to them. We're not gonna like. We'll tell them. We'll give them prior like notice. We'll tell them this is how it works. You pick a side. You stick with that side. This is like literally what you do. And if they want to go okay, and then fucking 10 minutes later or a week later they decide to break it, they're gone. Simple. Until we agree on, okay, we'll do it on this day, then we don't do it. Unless there's a agreed day on, okay, fine, we'll do it next week. We'll wrap it up then. Like, you know what I mean? Um, you know, if you want, if you want to do, like, if you really want, you can get because obviously it'll be a leader on one side, a leader on another. You can get the two leaders to speak to each other, and then they can decide, okay, we'll do it this day. So like, let's imagine hypothetically, we'll do it next Wednesday. Where will we do it? We'll do it here next Wednesday. Done. So get your stuff ready next Wednesday. Grand. And then there you go. You know, like, I mean, you're still gonna have to, like, I mean, you're gonna like, during that time, you're still gonna have to build houses. Fair. I mean, there you go. But that's not hard, you know. But that's how a lot of Doomsday work. A lot of Dooms. I can't fucking pronounce that word. A lot of Doomsdays, Doomsday, not days. It's day. There's no S on the end of days in Doomsday. It's just Doomsday, not days. But in Doomsday, that's how it works a lot of time. It's just kind of like one side here, one side there. Gear up, get stuff, and then eventually you'll find a day to agree on a middle, and you fight. I don't think that's, you know. Yeah, you can do little. I think you can do like the odd skirmish and the odd like raid. I think that we can maybe allow. You can do the odd raid or the odd TNT explosive, but it can't be anything that's gonna. You can't go in and blow up an entire place. It can be, if you want to blow up a hole in the wall, you can do that. If you want to take an item from a chest, you can do that. If you can sneak in, like, you can do it. But if you sneak into someone else's base trying to do something or trying to sabotage or something, you will be killed. You can do something like that, and then, or what you can do is, here's an idea. So let's say, right, you have a base. So imagine you've got like a castle or whatever. Like hypothetically, you've got a castle, and someone tries to sneak in, and they're trying to plant. They're trying to steal something from a chest, and you catch that person stealing from a chest. What you can do is you can say, well, we found your one of your teammates or one of your players trying to steal stuff from our chest. So we want this in return, and we'll give you him. Essentially, you can kidnap him hostage. That's what I'm saying. Um, I don't know how you can do that, but if you get caught, you can be a hostage essentially, and the leaders have to meet and say, okay, fine, we'll give you 10 diamonds and we'll have him back, or we'll give you 5 TNT, or we'll give you whatever, or we'll extend the peace for another week because whatever, we're not ready, and we tried to go into your base and try and steal your swords. So here, we'll extend it by another week, and you can have your player back, something like that. There you go. That's the more I'm thinking about this, the better of an idea it sounds. Why do I always come up with good ideas at like nearly 11 o'clock at night? I swear, at 2 o'clock in the morning, I come up with the best decisions. It's not even funny. At this point, 2 o'clock in the morning is genuinely where I'm like, oh, that's a brilliant idea. And then it actually works out, and it turns out quite well. But when it's 2 p.m. in the afternoon, I'm just like, what's 1 plus 1? But it's like 2 a.m., it's like, that would be a great idea. You combine this with that, and you work that element with that element, and it works out brilliantly. What a genius. Um, yeah. Hey. You know what? I'd be kind of tempted to use this world for a I'm not gonna lie, I'd be tempted to use this world for a what's it called? further, if you want to do a doomsday, I'd be kind of tempted to use this world, to be honest. But maybe we do a different one. What do you guys think? Do you guys think we should do it? Do you think we should use a different world? Actually, maybe, yeah, because maybe people can. Yeah, maybe might be a better idea just to use a different seed for it. If you want to. Well, I like this world. I just think again the problem with it is that what if it gets used and people try to like copy the seed and then try and look through on spectator? Um, that would be my only concern. Oh, bone meal. That may not happen. Like it might not, but I'm just sort of putting it out there. Maybe use different worlds. Yeah, perhaps. Alright, do you? Oh, hold on. What do you think of the idea then? Like the idea of doing a sort of doomsday. It's a little bit like the last role we had where there's a leader, but it's like there's two leaders and they're going to be against each other, but there's a countdown to when they'll fight each other. So there's a bit of kind of there is that bit of kind of fighting element to it. It's not like, oh, we're never gonna fight each other. You will fight and whatnot, and people can kind of cause skirmishes and attacks, and there will be a big day where there's a big fight. And idea is great, but there is toxic. I don't know. I mean, can you give some like examples of what people are going to do that is toxic? Again, I made it very clear that we will explain to people this is like the rule. These are the rules of what you can do and what you can't do, and this is the idea. If they break it and they're just not listening, then they can fuck off and we'll ban them and that's how and we'll just move on. That doesn't change. That will be that's not gonna change. So what's like I don't get what's I mean am I ban oh yeah, we'll just ban them. Oh yeah, I mean we did it loads of times in the other world because people were stealing stuff and whatnot. Like, I mean, now in this case, you will be able to steal stuff, but not every day or every 5 minutes. It can only be once or twice you're allowed to do it over the space of a year and whatnot. Um, but we can work that out. Maybe we'll make stealing not. Maybe we'll just say no, you can't do it at all. You can't raid other people's bases. We'll work that out as we go along. Um, all I'll say is plans do change. I mean, I think if I stuck to every principle I had in the last world, I wouldn't have been able to do half the stuff I did because different things come up, certain situations come up, so you have to kind of you know they'll be like you'll have to go, oh, okay, we need to change that because that's an issue. So you have to always kind of be able to adapt because things are going to come up and issues and things. So you've got to go, okay, grand, okay, we won't do that. We'll do this instead. If this happens, we can do this. Like different things. For example, like I give an example. Like I remember with the old world, it used to like crash because of my USB storage. So we have to adapt and be like, okay, Grant, we'll make a backup copy. So if this happens, we can do this. Then there was like problems with there was a big problem with people stealing, a huge problem with that. So we then sorted that out and we adapted and we said, okay, instead use chests. So use barrels instead of chests. And we changed certain things. I think we made gunpowder like a thing people couldn't have because we were like finding that was an issue. People were having gunpowder and using it for stuff and TNT and flint and steel. So we kind of said, right, people can't do that. So you just sort of change things. You learn as you go, sort of thing. It's never going to be like foolproof, perfect, ready to go because it's impossible. You're never going to be able to think of every scenario, you know. And the more times you do it, the more you kind of be like, okay, we've learned from this time. You learn from your mistakes. You're like, okay, grand. We learned from last time that didn't work. We learned from this time that didn't work, so we're gonna do this instead, do that instead. Blah blah blah. Alright, grand. That sounds like a plan then. Um, I will. Should I mention it in Discord? Should I mention it or just leave it completely? Should I say nothing? I'm somewhat tempted to just say nothing. Just say nothing and wait and see what happens. Like just say absolutely nothing and see what what people think. Yeah, leave it. Yeah, I'll leave it alone for now. I may not be able to. What was I gonna say? No, sure. The next time we'll be playing this game might be in. Well, it might be in 2 weeks actually. Cause oh, that's another thing I need to. There's a slight problem with the World Cup thing. There's a slight issue I'm having with that at the moment. It's not a big issue. It's actually, it's just a case of yes or no. Um, I mean, I can delay it for another week. Um, and do a couple of things to make it even better. But I don't know if I should. I don't know if I should or just leave it. I'm tempted to leave it, but this is like a one-off thing. There's never going to be another one after this. Like we're never going to do another one unless people really like it and they want to see another one. Um, but I think it will just be like a one-off thing. So I don't know if I want to go that extra step further and make it that extra step better. Um, basically, I found that um So I found out that there's actually a lot of teams that don't have a goalkeeper. So like, for example, Tunisia don't have a goalkeeper. They have a really good squad on paper. They've got good defenders, good attackers, good midfielders. They've got like enough players to make a full squad, like an 18-man squad or more. But the problem is they don't have a goalkeeper. They actually don't have a goalkeeper in the game. So I was like, okay, well, this is what I could do. Is you can make a player, like you can make a player, like create a player. So I was thinking, do I create a player and then add that player in as their goalkeeper? I'm not like making anyone overpowered. It will just be a very average goalkeeper who you can make. But I don't know if I want to do that or not. There's enough teams in it already. I'm kind of like at a point where I'm like, I don't know if I want to do it, but I kind of do. But I don't know. I should have mentioned it on Saturday or Friday because I need to mention it. I'm gonna mention it now actually in Discord because I need to get an answer really tonight or tomorrow morning, and then I can start working from there. Okay, right. I'll put it in the stream of the week. Like update to the football Minecraft. How is that like what a creative thing? I don't know how you do that in Fortnite. I don't know how you do that in survival. To the world tournament. Um, there's a flying boat. Oh, sorry, I'll go in now. Sorry, let me. Sorry, Scott. Sorry. I'm gonna stay here for a second. Just gotta type something in. Look up. I think I had this for a while one time. Oh. What? Um. Well, that would be a cool way to have a house. Right, no, sorry. This is. You're welcome. You summoned that. Thank you. This would. Here we go. Oh, help! Help me! I'm under the water. Help! Help me! And I'm dead. I got fucking harpooned in the ass. Well, time to dig myself a grave. Well, that's not a great place to dig a grave. Oh jeez, this isn't much better either. Oh god. Come on. Oh Jesus. Incredible. Hold on. So I'm just trying to do something real quick. Sorry. Alright, I'll just put it in now. So I feel like people are probably just gonna be like, nah, carry on. doesn't matter. I feel like that, which is fine. The problem is though is they're not bad. Like the likes of Gambia, Tunisia, they're better than fucking New Zealand and Northern Ireland. So like there is some payoff to it. What are you saying, Fran? Yo, maybe make creative cause destruction. Oh, you mean now? Let's be back. I might head off soon. I think there's a zombie right above me as well. I don't. Yum yum yum. Um. Alright, yeah. Alright. Alright, we'll just. I'll see how it goes. I've got until kind of tomorrow. So if you guys are in Discord, please if you give a shit at all, just read the message I put in. Thumbs up or thumbs down. If you think go ahead, carry on. Thumbs down. If you think yeah, cool, add more. Thumbs up. I just want to find out because if if I have to do it, I want to see. I might be able to. It's a bit of an ask, but I might be able to do it all in one day if I can get it done. But that's really kind of I don't know. I don't want to say oh yeah, don't worry, I'll make the new teams and add them in. I don't want to go that far. So it's grand. It is what it is. I still have like another few to make, and it's regardless. I'm gonna head off. I'm tired. So I reckon we do a sort of what's it called? See, sorry. There you go. -1 0 2 2 0 171 2 1 1 782 467 11. A lot of ones. But nice. Yes, so nice Alex. Nice. No. I'm not using this, Alex. I'm not using this world, man. Nice. I'm not using it, dude. I'm not using this. I'm not using this. I'm not using this. I am not using this one. We are not gonna use this one. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna. No, no. If I was going to use this exact same one, I wouldn't give the seed out because then I'd know I'd just be like opening. I wouldn't do that. So yeah, stream delay. Oh, sorry, you're fine. Yeah, there's a stream delay. Anyways, so well, I think the doomsday thing is kind of. I mean, maybe we'll do the biome thing first. I don't know. Um, Coca said it's a good idea, but just I'm sort of like I feel like the biome thing. I don't know where it ends. I feel like so you've got a biome, one side. Doomsday. Hear me out. Doomsday or tribe slash biome. No, stream's not ended. No. Well, I'm gonna end it now. In a minute. Doomsday or slash tribe biome world. Yeah. No, I didn't phrase. I just haven't. Oh, okay. Maybe I did phrase it again. Doomsday or biome slash Doomsday makes more sense. Yeah, I think it does because Doomsday sort of mixes in both. Because you've got the element of people can fight each other. So your element of everyone against everyone, it's everyone for themselves. That element is sort of in the game. Well, it's not everyone for themselves, but you get the point. There's still some sort of like combat element to it. There's also an element of a tribe to it because one tribe is this side, the other tribe is that. So there is some sort of tribalism to it. So I feel like that's also kind of involved. In terms of biomes, we can work that out. We can say, look, this side owns this biome and that biome. This side owns this biome. We can do something like that, so we can incorporate that as well. But the other two elements are really nicely incorporated with Doomsday. I feel like it hits all kind of covers. Um, so yeah, just need ideally would need someone who's going to be on quite. We're going to need like a leader for the other group who's on quite consistently. Like, there's no point having it to someone who's going to be on like once every fucking 3 months. It needs to be fairly someone who's going to be on every kind of day, nearly. Um, like yourself or Alex or maybe Coco or Self or Glitch, someone who's going to be on playing this game a lot for it. Like, because there's some people who just come on and you never see them again. So yeah, we'll do something like that. Anyways, I'll write that down. Doomsday. Right, right. Anyways, I'll see you boys. Take care. Bye bye. Oh,